Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey, morning. Uncle Craig here on the Thai farm. Retired life abroad. You know, I've traveled my whole life, really. Even when I wasn't traveling, I was traveling in my mind's eye, probably. But truly, I never could sit still, you know. I always had to leave, go somewhere, do something. Mostly because I was working abroad, you know. I liked working in different countries. I worked a long time in the Marianas, which was probably the best time. But from there, I was able to, you know, travel a whole bunch of different places anyway, because in order to leave the island in the Marianas, you actually have to go to another country. Whether that's the Philippines or Japan or Korea, those are primarily the three different places that, you know, you'd have to go first to get off the island if you're going to go somewhere else. I mean, the Philippines, usually that was your destination, but you could take a flight from the Philippines to Thailand. It was a long time ago when I first got there, there was some direct flights to different locations, but you know, it's hard for airlines to stay out in these remote island locations. It's just not cost effective for them because they're greedy. But yeah, so the airlines would fade away. They'd come and go, some would leave and then come back, and tourism picks up, they come back, because most islands, even in the Caribbean, but certainly in the Pacific, it's a tourism based economy, so you know, that's what you got to deal with. Anyway, here on the farm, it rained all night again, and it's all soggy today. But I don't know, it seems like on the farm, at least on a Thai farm, things bloom in the rain. I don't know, or they grow. Maybe they're trying harder to get through the rain to the sunshine or something. But when I come out here and I walk around, I think, wow, it's either I haven't walked around in that long or things grew overnight. And I'm all over the farm, so I tend to think they might grow overnight. I had been working on my gate. If you saw that, I don't know if that was the last video, might have been. So I was working on the front gate. It's nearly finished. I mean, I just need to do a little bit more welding. And I'm probably going to do some more to that front gate aesthetically, but I'm going to wait until I get electricity up there. Because I think I want to weld some more on more crossbars. But that could wait, you know. It's got plenty of time. I am walking a little lightly today because when I was working, my wife, I forget what she was saying. I think it was when she was yelling at me to help her because she lost a fishing pole in the pond. I had all my metal out there, and I had already chopped a few bars and all this and that. And anyway, I stepped on one. I know I have my flip-flops on, but I stepped on one of them and I felt it, you know, cut my foot. I was like, God dang, man. When I looked down, I could see my flip-flops all bloody and stuff. So I was like, dang it. But I just washed it off in the pond or whatever. And then, because I had to get in the pond I put my booties on though, and look for the pole, which I found. I think I already mentioned in the previous video, but anyway, I was looking this morning because it hurts, and then I saw that it's just a little cut, but you know, it's one of these cuts that it's right there on the ball of your foot, and of course you walk on that part, so it's irritating. I don't know if it's raining. It was just raining a second ago, like, you know, the mist. But it's not around. Maybe I can do a little walk around. Because when it rains all night like that, you know, it can push stuff around, mess up your plants or your garden or whatever. I always, after a heavy rain, I'll go look at my 4 posts over there that I did. I haven't connected them together yet. I should do that rather quickly, or more now than later, because the longer I leave them not connected, the likelihood are that they might list to one side or another. But if I put that square on top of them, that'll hold them more firm, give them a chance to you know, stay together. I did get up earlier, like when I checked. I thought I heard a dog out here, and I was running around, and I did collect some of my fruits of my labor. I did get some more gourd. Love this stuff. I don't think I ever ate it before, other than that one video. It's hard as a rock though to cut. I mean, you literally need an axe probably to chop that up, but I chopped it up, or peel it, I mean, and you know, and boiled it along with these guys, which, if you remember, these are your snake squash. We've been chopping them up and throwing them in. The fish, I swear, that's only one basket. My wife had already filled another basket, chopped them up, threw it in the water, and the fish, man, they love that stuff. I was like, what? I did come out and during that yesterday's rain, my papaya tree here, this one, I told you it had fallen over. I used this clay pot in there to shore it up or whatever. But this morning it was like way over here again, and I think it's because also it's top heavy with all these papaya, right? So I grabbed the stick real quick, a piece of bamboo, and I just stuck it underneath the wedge right there, straightened it up again. I don't know how much longer I need that, but because they're getting big. What I did, I pulled one of them off, and that's the one I have over here. I pulled it off. You can see it's pretty big, pretty hefty, and we'll see if that thing ripens off the vine fairly quick. Then here comes the cat. He comes around and he sees my wife on the motorcycle. It's like he thinks he's a dog. But yeah, if that ripens on the vine, that'll be good. Or off the vine, that'll be good, because if this thing does fall in the next couple of days, I can pop most of those off and they'll probably ripen. The guava tree that's right here, these are actually in good shape. I should probably bag those to keep you know, keep them intact. What's this here? Oh my God, that little bugger is not good. I'm just gonna snap that branch off there and get rid of that guy. Although maybe that's just a pattern of fungus instead of a bug. It looked like some kind of spider bug, but I don't think it is. Wait a minute, where's my cup? Oh yeah, I saw he ran all the way down the street there. Yeah. By the way, that coffee I kind of made it into you know, an Irish cappy, if you know what I mean. I figured, you know, it's a rainy day, man. I'm probably not doing much. This is all good, edible. I don't know what you can call that. It's just edible. That's, I don't know. I do have to watch after the rain, especially in there. I got my cobwebs, my flip-flops on again, and it's, you know, it's not only is it muddy, but it's opportune for snakes to come out. We don't like that. Well, all that water though, it's in the river. I really need to get a trap, man. My trap is already crap, so that's what, maybe I can do that today. You know, when it's raining, you either kick back and just chill or go shopping. Maybe I should go shop for a trap. I could just make something, but I don't want to be working. Of course, here I'm walking in all this debris field with my cut on my toe or on the bottom of my foot. Hopefully it doesn't get infected. Here, check out the pond. Pretty cool. I like the way the, you know, the water pads up or beads up on all the lily pads. Very cool. That was one of the things that's, you know, always saw where I would go to those coffee shops or this or that would have that, and now I have it. I can hear splashing because they know I'm coming. All the frogs that are on the side, they can tell if somebody's walking around, so they launch into the water. Looks like my bridge still holding up. What is that? Oh. What? Oh, those are flowers. I thought it was like a rat or something on that, but those are the flowers that fall from this tree, I guess. Yeah, I can see the probably buds up there. I was out here one time, I had that big old snake that was on that tree. I tried to catch him, but I think that was the one that got away. I had him in my grip, but he was like, I'm out of here. Yeah, my wife was out again in the pond collecting some of the flowers. What's that? Damn, that sounded big, man. There are some bigger fish. I should put it like a nature cam. I keep saying that, and I try to remember to research it better on the internet. See, a big one just jumped right here. But I can't. Whoa. There's that fish right there. Sounds of nature. Yeah, you know, like having a nature cam, you just set it up, anybody can log in and just watch what's going on over the pond or whatever, or, you know, the farm. I used to like those. I like the cams that were in the mountains oh, there's my whoa. My cam that was in the mountain or not my cam, for the snow. I'd watch that live snow cam so I'd know if I could drive up there. And also it's for skiing. I never did get mangoes from this tree this year. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody come pick them. Maybe one of my relatives. But I didn't see them. I think they should grow every year, right? That's my trap. That's my trap. That's my flowers. That's my thing. I did fix the two lights, the one there and the one there. Got it set up. Went and got the part I needed. Or, you know, I finished the cement. I also painted it up. Already painted it. Made it look cool. I was worried a little bit about the heavy rains, you know, on my sala, but it's not affected at all. It's not affected at all. Whoa. This is where all the gourds hang. Actually, there's one big old one hanging right here, but we're gonna leave that one hanging. Actually, so that it gets orange like this one. This one is, yeah, it's like overripe, but that one will be good if you want to get the seeds to plant your own. And that's what my wife's auntie or whatever is gonna come get some of that, so we left them for her. This one papaya tree over here, I mentioned before, it's got a boatload of papaya, but you know, it's a fairly young tree. My wife planted these. We bought them at the Sunday market not too long ago. I don't know, maybe 4 months, maybe something. Anyway, but this morning I tied this. It's not too tight right now, but I tied that around there up to here because it's starting to list. I don't want it to get so wet and soggy down there that it falls over. I counted, there are over, and these are already getting big enough to use for papaya salad, but there are over 120 papaya growing on this one tree alone. Whereas the one next to it is just now flowering, but that one over there seems to be just like this one. I didn't count, but I can just look right there. There's nearly 100 going to come out of there for sure. Those ones over there that she planted are already producing papaya, I can see, but those are in like the 10 or the 20 range. Usually I see 20, 25, maybe 30 on a papaya tree, on a good one, healthy one. I have never seen 120 or more on a single. That tree's not even 8 feet tall yet. Man, they all start busting out at the same time. We're gonna have some kind of papaya party. Yeah, and look, you can see it's looming. It's just waiting for an opportunity to pour down rain on me. The tractor did that side, and he tried to come for the other side. But the birds, and after, you know, like I say, after the tractors go, right, all the birds fly in because the tractor digs up stuff, and all the, you know, whatever's living down there, the crabs and snails and all that stuff, and even little snakes probably and stuff, the birds come in and they get all that. But he was gonna come and do this side, but he drove the tractor through the gate and went just a little bit, and it was already like sinking down. He's like, hey, it's too wet. So he backed out of there, and he'll come back later. But you can see, this is another spot. You can see where the tractor comes in. The tractor, well, he comes from this side over to here during harvesting time, but to plow this field, he'll come up here and go down and then, you know, come around, whatever. But they've been doing this for so long that this area right here is, you know, constantly gets etched away or whatever. And I already put a boatload of more dirt right here because these holes basically were like, I think they were like all the way up in here at one point, because I've told this story in my earlier video about when we got the house. You know, the house was put in there in the front section here and the side section there, the back and the porch, all that's built on site, but this section and then that section, and they came in on the truck, and then right there in that same spot, because it was etched and because it was all the way out here, the guy came, and sure enough, the truck went ah, and it teetered, and the whole house was like gonna fall off into the freaking rice there, and everybody went whoa, whoa, whoa. So they just, you know, I had to go get whatever I had, you know, the logs and gravel and all that stuff, and basically had them dig out the whole thing underneath and create another road wall, basically, that you could put a jack on to jack it up, and put more logs in there so that he could drive it off and, you know, drive through. And but I knew that was going to happen, and I actually said it was going to happen. My wife didn't believe me. Yeah. And but anyway, what I was going to say about the birds is, because the birds come and pick all that stuff, I figured, you know, hey man, maybe I could do that too. So I was gonna get my waders on and go walking through the muddy water there, but all the birds were gone. Like I was gonna do it yesterday, and then in the afternoon, after I got done with the gate, but the birds weren't there. So I figured, well, if the birds aren't there, maybe they done picked everything out of there, and there probably wasn't gonna be much. So I think the best thing to do if you want to go look for stuff is, if the birds are there, then that's when you want to go. Hey buddy, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's what I thought. And same for my pond. You know, my wife was saying she put 2,000, I think, new fish in here that were, I think they're about that big when we put them in, so they're a little bigger now. But that size, man, that size is big enough to get eaten by the birds. And I see the birds sitting out here on the, you know, there's a bird feather right there, as a matter of fact. I see the birds sitting out here on the edges. And if they're sitting out here, that means, and I've seen them here every day, and that means they're feeding. You know, they're not going to be here unless the food is readily available. And even though the rain does make this bloom, all this lovely little green clover, which the fish will eat them all up, but it does help the fish get protected. So could be that the birds are just kind of bored a little bit, but I saw them here this morning already. Although I do see snails, snail eggs, you know, those pink eggs, they're always attached to all the reeds. I got one over here, I'll show you. Just put my camera right there. Whoa. Yeah. You could actually just take each one of them reeds. Hey, don't eat the grass, bro. I don't know if my wife sprayed chemical on there yet or nothing. You know, all through here you can see them. You probably can't see with the camera, but on all the old rice, there's those egg pods. I could take them all off and, you know, and put them into the water pen or whatever somewhere, we'll control them, and then that, you know, and then the snails would be born, and I could, you know, eat the snails. I can eat snails, escargot. I never thought of eating snails before. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Snails are scavengers of scum. But they probably are in America. But here, they're just eating rice like everybody else. So, they're pretty good. Matter of fact, I think my first, wow, some activity over here. My first shells, actually, something to eat out of a shell, was conch out in the Caribbean. And oh man, if you've never had conch, you got to eat that stuff. That stuff is awesome. But I figured, wait a minute, man, if this tastes so good like that, maybe other things that are in a shell taste good too. So I think I was in the Florida Keys or whatever. They had conch there too, but they had other shells. Like, I think in Saipan we call them trocus. Maybe that's actually the name. But you pull that thing out of there and you just blanch it in boiling water. Same with conch, right? You just kind of blanch it a little bit in boiling water, make it kind of bounce up and get tight, and then you just chop that thing up with lemon, you know, and hot pepper and stuff. Delicious. And it's the same here actually with snails. You know, you got big snails. You get those rose, what they call them, rose snails or something like that. They're big, man. You just hot water, chop them up. Delicious. Delicious. Although not all shellfish I'm adapted to. I don't really like scallops. Probably haven't eaten enough of them to like them, but I don't get them. I don't pick them. Anyway, a little walk around the farm here on a rainy day in Thailand. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you learned a few things. And looks like it's going to be another, you know, lazy, hazy day here on the Thai farm. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep watching. I'll get back at you.